Hi, it's Sandy Parker and welcome to Crafting for Almost Everyone. Today we're going to make a card that incorporates a gift into it. Not a gift card, a gift. I hope you'll stay tuned. So I was contacted by a lady named Debbie, who is a representative for a company called Lilla Rose. They sell hair accessories. And she said she really wanted me to try some of her hair accessories. And I said, well, I don't really have much hair, but I'd be happy to play with your accessories and find people who do have long enough hair to play with it. So this is a headband. It's got kind of diamondy pieces and pearls, and it can be worn as a necklace or as a headband. And it comes with this extender that you wear in the back. See the little hooks that connect it on both sides? That makes it on your head so that you can kind of make it tighter or looser, depending on your head size. And then you can also make it a longer or shorter necklace, depending on how long you want to make it. But I thought it was really cool, and I didn't want to take this out of the baggie because you know I'll lose it. Anyway, Debbie gave me this for me to give it a try and see if I could incorporate it into cards. She is a big card maker and sells her cards at craft shows, and she's really talented. I'm really impressed with her cards. So when she asked me to do this, I thought, wow, somebody with the card skills that she's got, that's pretty cool. So here's the thing that I've done. I have this stamp from Santoro called WIL 907100 Color Me in Rubber, and she's really pretty, and I thought it would be fun to watercolor her. So I'm using watercolor paper, and I'm going to make her wear part of this as a necklace. I'm going to cut it and she's going to wear the necklace. I'm working that out. Anyway, that's my plan. But first I want to ink her enough and then heat emboss her with clear embossing powder. I just want to make sure that she's really dark. Her outline's really dark. I want to make sure that's nice and bright. And I also need to make sure that it's wet enough that I can put my embossing powder on it and it'll stick. I put the paper on here because I wanted to make sure that I had room for a dog. I'm going to give this to my niece who, okay, this is late, but it was supposed to be a Mother's Day present for her from her dog, Oliver. And Oliver's a late shopper, I'm just saying. And so I have this dog, but he was too big for a 5x7 card. So what I did was, by putting this piece of paper in here, it makes it so that she is not taking up the whole image, and I have room, or not the whole image, the whole paper, then I have room for the dog and the sentiment that I'm going to put on it. What sentiment? I don't know. Right now, you can't see me, but I'm putting some clear embossing powder on my image. The thing that's nice about heat embossing is it makes it so that your colors stay in the lines. It acts like it holds the paper, no, it holds the inks where you put them, or in my case, watercolors. I'm just heating up my tool. Then we'll just take this stamp out and we'll replace it with the dog. But I want to put her back in so that our doggy can be hanging with her. Okay. And the way she's looking down in this, I thought it would be cool to have the dog like that, so that the dog is kind of what she's looking at. And then I thought for my sentiment, I'd make like a thought bubble for the dog. Because Oliver is white and not really a poodle, but close as, I don't remember what he's called. He's one of those teeny tiny white dogs that are cute. I don't know what they're called though. He is adorable though. Okay, for some reason it didn't want to pick up the ink around its face. I don't know why that is. Why? Beautiful. Okay, let's put our dog back. Oh, I didn't tell you, the dog is from an old stamp set from Recollections called Woof Woof, just in case you wondered. I'm going to use this set of 42 watercolors that you get on Amazon or AliExpress or eBay. They're roughly, I don't know, maybe $15, not very much for that many watercolors. I have a bottle or a container for my water, and I have a little mixing palette here, just because I'm not totally certain of the colors that I'm going to end up with once I use these colors. This one was white, but somehow now it's more of a flesh color. So I'm going to use the flesh color on her, and then after I use the flesh color on her, hopefully the white, it'll be white again underneath. I could just wipe it off, wipe the top of the ink off, or not ink, the watercolors off. But if I do that, I'm wasting all that pigment. I don't really want to waste all that pigment. As you know, I'm not a watercolorist, but I really like to play with them, and why not? They're lots of fun. So let's see if it's white now. At least in this part it should be, or whiter. I want that dog to be as white as possible. Okay. We want a white dog. Her dog doesn't look quite like this poodle, but this is more like the animated version of a poodle, you know? Just saying. All right. Now I'm going to do some blush color on her, if I can figure it out. I did swatch these out because these are kind of confusing. They don't have any way to know what each color is. This little tab at the bottom is supposed to be the color, but it's really complicated to figure that out. So what I did instead is I swatched it kind of in the order that these pull out. Little black nose. Well, he's got a bigger black nose than he was supposed to have, but what are you going to do? Okay, so I think color-wise, let's start with her hair accessories. I'm going to turn this sideways so that I can protect it a little bit from the messes that I normally make. I'm going to put my water over here, even though I'm left-handed. You know I'm going to end up getting something on my painting that I don't want. So I'm trying to get this out of the way. Alright, so I'm going to make one of these flowers an orange color. I'm trying to figure out which ones are which. I think this is the orange color that I want, or the one that I want to be an orange color. I'm going to make this in the yellow family. Like it's a daisy. Not sure what it is. We're calling it a daisy. And then I want to use some of the colors I've already used in her flowers. I think I'm going to use those in the pattern that's in her shirt. So I'm going to go back to my colors that we have here. Okay, I hope I didn't lose much of the video because my battery went dead, so I had to, rethink that whole thing. But I did mix a little bit more blush up. Hopefully it's not as crazy as it was before. Okay, then I think I'm going to do her hair in a couple of browns. Let's put a little bit of eyeshadow on her. Okay, sorry the camera cut out, but I figured you didn't really care if I was just coloring some yellow background. And I stamped in some flowers here at the bottom just to give the bottom something. And then I'm going to draw a speech bubble. Let me grab that marker and I'll be right back. Alrighty, I got a big black marker here that I'm going to draw my bubble with. Close enough. Okay, first things first, we're going to use this, it's a disposable scalpel. We're going to use this to cut our neck for our necklace. The deal is we're going to make this necklace. I'm going to cut it right on the seam of her neck. I know you're thinking to yourself, oh crap, Sandy's going to cut herself. It's probably true. Good enough. Ooh. No. Might have to make it big enough. Trying to cut enough of it back that we'll be able to cut out or push it through there. That's wide enough. And then I think I'm going to put the other one right here. Not the best place, but I think it'll work. Alright, so here's how I'm going to do it. It's number one front to back. See if that works. I'm going to have to go off camera for this part. I'm sorry. Okay, let's see if I get this part through now. Sorry, off camera again. Okay, so I'm all ready. I have my image done. I have my card base. It's a 5x7 card. So I have my card base ready for it. I am going to trim this down just a little bit so that it is more like a 5x7 or fits a 5x7 and has a little bit of room around the edges. Okay. So here's how I'm going to put this together. I put my headband on her like a necklace, as I said I was going to. Then I put the rest of it in the back in a little baggie, and it's got a Ziploc tie or thing at the top that I'm going to close as soon as I've got my baggie attached to the back. All right, so I'm going to put some tear tape back here for my baggie. I have to put foam tape on the back of this to ensure that that it allows my bag to be hidden in here. You need to have foam tape to do that. So what I want to do is I want to round my corners. I think it'll look better if the corners are rounded. I don't know why, but for some reason I feel like it needs rounded corners. Okay, I have everything like that I want. Then I have this little thing that also needs to be attached. That's the extender. I want to make sure that's in there too. Our niece is a hairstylist, and she specializes in doing those new eyelash things. I don't know how to explain that. You know, if you know anything about eyelashes in today's world, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, you're like me. Anyway, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put foam tape on the back so that we can be sure that our image is protected. Or not our image, our things in the back. And we're going to put a couple rows of foam tape. I think I'm going to double it up because I want to make sure. And I also want to make sure, well, I want to make sure that it is well adhered to the backing. But I also want to make sure that this foam is high enough that these are protected. Now we can take it apart. Oh, before I do that, I'm going to round these corners because you know I'm going to forget. And then I'm going to lay it down, and then I'm going to cry, and then it's all going to be ugly. Put a piece of this tape in the center of these that'll hopefully protect them from the back of the card or front of the card or whatever. Okay. Are we ready? Let's see if we can do it this time. So here it is. It's our belated Mother's Day card from a dog to his mama. I had a really good time figuring out a way to incorporate jewelry into this card, and I'm going to be doing more with jewelry and cards, and I really had a good time. The name of the company, if you're interested in looking at these headbands, is Lilla Rose, and her link for Debbie's site is right here. I hope you'll check it out. I really had a good time doing this. I hope you enjoyed it, that you give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Please tell your friends about me on social media because you know I love that. And thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.